One of the really interesting things to see over the last couple of weeks has been the number of reliable right-wing voices who have started to be a little more careful in their assessments of the 2024 presidential election. Now, I don't want you to think for a moment that the reason they're being more careful is because of any change to their political views or to the way that they interpret and understand the political context. They're being more careful because Trump is doing everything wrong. And he might, we don't know, but he might get absolutely crushed in November. And they all want to be on the sort of, they all want to be able to say, I expressed concerns early on. I knew that this could happen. I warned everybody about this. The latest of these guys is Bill O'Reilly. Former Fox News host Bill O'Reilly, who now I guess is on News Nation and does his own thing. He gave a little assessment of Trump. It was riddled with lies and distortions, of course, about Joe Biden's record, about Kamala Harris, but he makes some good points, including that Donald Trump's emotional reactions to everything that's happening, crowd sizes, everything Tim Walz says, it's showing the lack of discipline. And to some degree, Bill O'Reilly is exactly right. So let's listen to Bill O'Reilly's cautious assessment, inspired not by any come to Jesus moment in terms of, recognizing the reality of the world, but simply understanding Trump may lose and I should get something on the record about it.
I think that the former president lacks discipline still in messaging.
Yes.
When you are running for an office and you know the deck is stacked against you, where the media, as you just pointed out, is not going to report anything honestly at all. Nothing. And the Democratic Party has got a constituency that hates you.
So, there are people in the Democratic Party that hate Trump because of the things he's done and the things he's promised to do. But this entire idea that, we're the victims, the framing is classic O'Reilly spin. He likes to say how he does no spin. It's total spin, but he gets to the liabilities of Trump.
And that will drive a vote out. Doesn't matter what the issues are. Then you have to basically figure out, if I want to win, I have to do this. So to me, this would be the economy above all. You're spending so much money on the essentials of life, and it's because of Biden-Harris. And they can't refute that. The numbers are the numbers. And
now, of course, you can refute it. So there's two sides to this. O'Reilly is right that as a general principle, Tim Miller said this to me, others said it to me, as a general principle, don't run on Kamala's dumb. Don't run on she was Indian but became black. Don't run on she's only got the jobs she's gotten because of her the color of her skin. Don't run on that stuff. Run on policy. The problem is the economy's pretty good. And when Bill O'Reilly says the numbers are what the numbers are, yes, inflation is positive in that we don't have a deflationary spiral. But inflation is right where one would want it to be in general economic terms. The unemployment rate has been low. Job creation has been high. Stock market performance has been good. So I agree with O'Reilly. You got to do issues. I disagree with O'Reilly that the economic case against Biden-Harris is clear.
And the border. I think Kamala Harris is looking foolish by saying, I'm a tough border queen now. All Trump's got to do is rerun the Lester Holt interview on NBC. And Holt said, hey, how come you haven't been to the border? She says, I have been to the border. Holt goes, no, you haven't. And then she goes, I haven't been to Europe either. Just run that clip 100 times. So
why isn't he doing
discipline. It's all about, I don't know. I don't know who he hires or why they're not doing it. One thing I know about Donald Trump is that he's a very emotional guy. People don't think he's emotional, but he is. And if he's having a bad day, that bad day is going to come out.
Let me translate. It's not that Trump is emotional in the sense of being in touch with your emotions and reacting strongly in a deep and meaningful way to things. What he means by Trump is emotional is that he tantrums. He's emotional in the childish sense of the word.
During a rally or an interview like Musk tonight, having a good day, then his presentation will be more crisp. But he isn't like a guy who is internalizing what I should do. He just flies. And he doesn't really think about the repercussions of what he says.
That's for sure. So listen, upside, they are finally acknowledging a problem with their candidate. Compared to the even older Biden, who was low energy, you could make the case that Trump was in some sense appealing. Compared to Kamala Harris, 20 years almost Trump's junior, going around the country with a positive vision, packed crowds, filling the arenas that Trump can't fill, sometimes the same week that Trump fails to fill it, with Tim Walz really contributing in a positive way to that campaign. Now, all of a sudden, the picture doesn't look so rosy. They recognize there is the potential for Trump to lose in a landslide. And now they're sort of being a little more cautious about Trump's personality.